Good evening, everyone. If you are joining on Facebook Live, I just want to start welcoming you into this space. We are going to begin at 7 o'clock. Welcome to tonight's session, which is called The Power of Words and Writing. So as you get settled, if you're going to be joining us, feel free to grab a notebook and or a pen, or you might choose to use your phone tonight. You might even choose to have neither and just do this exercise later. But if you're joining in tonight, feel free, get settled, and we're gonna get started at 7. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Thoughtful Thursdays with Friends of Prevention Coalition of Richmond and Bare Soul Yoga. We are about to get started at 7 o'clock with our session tonight called The Power of Words. If you are joining us, feel free to get settled into your space, and you may also want to get a notebook or a pen, something to write with. You might even choose just to use your phone or whatever type of mobile device that you have. If you have any questions that you would like answered prior to getting started, feel free to place them in the chat. Okay, welcome everyone to Thoughtful Thursdays. Awesome. Welcome to Thoughtful Thursdays with Friends of Prevention Coalition and Bare Soul Yoga. We are going to get started at 7 o'clock. So if this is your first time joining us, welcome. If you have been with us before, welcome back. We are going to be doing and exploring the power of words and writing tonight. So if you would like to engage in that way, feel free to start finding a notebook or a pen, piece of paper, and also you can use your phone or your mobile device. Okay, welcome everyone. As you join in, I invite you to begin getting settled, giving yourself space just to focus inward, tune inward, join us in for the evening. We're going to be exploring the power of words and writing. And if you would like, find a pen or a pencil, a piece of paper, or you may even use your mobile device. Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Thoughtful Thursdays with Bare Soul Yoga and the Friends of Prevention Coalition. We'll get started in a few moments, but as you get settled, I invite you to find something to write with. If you have someone in your house or your home that you would like to join you, I invite you to invite them into the practice as well. And if you have any questions, if you're joining via Zoom, you can place them in the Q&A. Or if you are joining us via Facebook Live, then feel free to place them in the chat and they will get to me. Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll get started in a few moments, but as you get settled, feel free to find a comfortable seat, whether you are sitting on the ground or in a bed or a chair. Give yourself space to tune inward and join us, be present. Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Thoughtful Thursdays with Friends of Prevention Coalition and Bare Soul Yoga. I'm Ashley Williams, and I have been grateful to join the Friends of Prevention Coalition to lead this series every Thursday, well, every second and fourth Thursday. So if you have not been with us before, welcome. If this is your first time, we welcome you into this series that was created to really introduce mindfulness techniques for stress relief, for disease prevention, and really overall wellness promotion. This month is National Suicide Prevention Month, and we're really just honing in on what it means to really take care of ourselves in a way that taps into how we're feeling physically, how we're feeling mentally, how we're feeling emotionally, and finding healthy ways to manage ourselves and enhance our overall well-being. So I am grateful that each of you have showed up this evening. I was going to say morning. There's the concept of time is so interesting. And then if you've been with us every time, I welcome you back. So tonight's session, as we get started coming in from our day, I'm going to invite you into an aspect of experience. And so this might be familiar if you've joined us before, but knowing that each of us are coming off of different things that have taken place in our day, knowing that we are experiencing very familiar things that are taking place in all of our lives, from everything that's going on in our world right now, everything that's going on in our communities, everything that's going on within our homes. I want to respect that and honor that and take a moment just to check in. So we're going to do a check-in. And so wherever you are in your home, I'm going to invite you, or your home or your space, whatever environment you're in, I'm going to invite you to find a comfortable way to be in your body, finding a comfortable seat. If you have also been sitting down all day, and it might feel better and more grounding to stand up for this short, brief practice. I'm going to invite you to do that. So let's just bring our awareness into the space together as we join in. And so as you find a comfortable seat, like I said, either in a chair or seated on the ground, or maybe your bed, couch, or maybe you're standing, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes or find something to look at. And as you do that, take a full breath in through your nose. And then open the mouth and sigh it out. Do that a few more times. Take a full breath in and empty it out. You might notice your shoulders fall down. You might notice your floor or support beneath you. Take a deep breath in and then empty it out once again. And now, as you allow your breath to return back to its normal space, just allow yourself to notice your in breath and notice your out breath. Beginning to notice your physical body, your soles of your feet, your legs, your arms, checking with your shoulders and the muscles in your face. Simply ask yourself, how am I doing physically right now? How does my body feel right now? And then as you notice and you label maybe how that feels for you, now begin to move your awareness to your mind and to your thoughts and ask, what am I thinking about right now? You may be thinking about things that happened during your day. You may be thinking about things that are coming after, but without any judgment or trying to change, just ask, what am I thinking about right now? And you may actually not be thinking about anything, and that's okay. The next time that you exhale, begin to bring your awareness to your heart. Asking this question, how do I feel right now? What emotions are present for me? Am I happy? Am I sad? Am I heavy? Am I overwhelmed? Am I stressed? Am I good? There may be more than one emotion, and that's okay as well. Just check in and ask, how do I feel right now? And then let's move your attention to your breath, and let's take one hand towards the top of the chest, and we'll place the other hand right on the abdomen and take a deep breath in. Fill your abdomen, let the breath float all the way into your heart, and then exhale. And just take a few slow, deep breaths. On your inhale, you're going to allow your body to expand. And as you exhale, draw the abdomen in and release the breath. Just for a few more moments, begin to notice how your breath is moving through your physical body. You might even notice the sensation of your hand on your body and feeling that sense of touch. Take about 1 to 2 more breaths just like this. And then now begin to release your hands and ask the question based on what I noticed about my body, my mind, my heart, and my breath. What do I need? How am I and what do I need? What do I need to support myself? Do I need to move my body? Do I need to release tension in my shoulders? Do I need to breathe deeper? Do I need to slow my thoughts down? So give yourself the answer that feels right for you. And then when you're ready, let's take another full breath in. Empty it out. And then begin to bring your awareness back to the screen. Awesome. So just wanting to welcome you again to Thoughtful Thursdays with the Friends of Prevention Coalition and Bare Soul Yoga. It's a series that we are here every second and fourth Thursday at 7 p.m. And tonight's mindful based technique that we are going to explore is our power of words and writing. And what that is what it means to really be mindful of the words that we say to ourselves, even more than being mindful to the words that we say to other people. Noticing that the way that we talk to ourselves many times can translate to how we engage with others. And then we're going to explore not just those powers of words, but what does it mean to actually take our words and place them down on paper. So for tonight's session, whether you are doing it with us actively right now, or you may take the practice and do it at another time, you may choose to find a paper or a notebook, a pen or a pencil, or use your mobile device to engage. So awesome. So thank you all again for being here. We are going to first check in. So based on that aspect of experience that we just did together, that's our first aspect of words. If you've been with us before, you have been introduced to that question, how do I feel? And so for tonight, our answer here is I'm going to encourage you, if you're in our Zoom meeting, feel free to either write this in the chat. If you're on Facebook, feel free to write this in your chat, or otherwise, just write it down on your paper. So I want you to write down the words I am on your paper, or maybe in the chat. And then based on how you are feeling, then begin to find that statement. So write down the words I am, or maybe place it in the chat, and then find that word. Maybe it's more than one word about how you are at this very present moment. Whether it is a pleasant sensation or an unpleasant sensation, whether it's something that feels really good when you think about it, or maybe it's something that doesn't feel as helpful. But it's really important for us to not just check in with ourselves, but to also understand the words that we use to describe ourselves. Understanding that our words have power, and they're more than just letters, but they have an energy behind them that really allows us to frame and create how we actually wish to be. Oops. Stop share. So as you notice how you are, just kind of saying that silently to yourself or writing it out, I'm going to introduce the concept of mindfulness and why this is important. Oh, I'm trying to share this with you all. Let's see here. So if this is your first time joining us, then I'd like to introduce the topic of what mindfulness actually is. And so mindfulness is being present in our moment with a compassionate and accepting attitude. And what that means is that we are paying attention and aware of our thoughts, of our moods, of our feelings. We're paying attention to the way that we speak. We're paying attention to our environment. We're paying attention to our words, but it's being completely present with our experience. And then our self-care definition for tonight is a self-care routine is a daily journey of intentional living and being mindful about how we take care of ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally. And so we name the practice of mindfulness for being present in our moment, understanding how we feel at every moment that we experience, and then taking that information to then do something that helps us better care for ourselves. And then tonight, I want to introduce the definition of self-compassion. And so this is our first time really introducing self-compassion. And self-compassion, I'm going to share my screen now. Let's see. So self-compassion is really being a good friend to ourselves and displaying kindness to ourselves. It means being an inner ally and giving love to ourselves. So think about the ways first in which you are a good friend to other people. Ways that you display kindness to other people. Many times that means that you say nice things to them. It might look like complimenting them. It may look like doing a favor for them. It may look like being an ear when they have something challenging going on in their life. So being self-compassionate means that we then take that same gesture and energy and action towards ourselves. So that again might look like being and saying kind things to ourselves. It may look like doing nice things that might support us. It may look like giving ourselves grace and compassion and love when we have a challenging situation going on, whether in our own lives or in our environment that affects us. It really just means being an ally, being a friend, rather than being an enemy. And so with that, when we say that we are loving ourselves, I want to bring attention to what mindful communication means in a loving way. So when we are loving ourselves, let's share this screen. It means that we're caring for ourselves doesn't actually mean that it's self-indulgence. It's a self-preservation that's an act of political warfare. So this is one of my favorite quotes by Audre Lorde, and just emphasizing how important it is for us to speak kindly to ourselves, to take care of ourselves, to actually protect and support ourselves in all different spaces of our lives and all the roles that we play. And so the words that we use mindfully are so important. So mindful communication means that we are aware of how we speak to ourselves and how we actually treat ourselves. It's asking the question, am I fully open and present? It's asking, is there anything that I need to bring awareness to about my current moment? And it's also asking, how do I feel physically, mentally, and emotionally and energetically right now, which is exactly what we just did. The communication part is how we actually respond to others verbally and non-verbally. Asking, am I fully open in my communication first to myself and then to others? Am I intentional in my speech? Am I saying things that are important, or I'm saying things that matter? Am I saying things that are kind? Am I using responses versus reactions? Am I speaking things that are helpful and or positive, or am I speaking things that are unhelpful and or potentially more negative or hurting? And am I saying what needs to be said? And if not, why am I not saying them? So mindful communication is basically speaking with intention, speaking with clarity, speaking with understanding in a way that provides a response rather than reaction. So some examples that we might actually bring up if we are speaking in a reaction. So think about if you are doing something and you have a task to complete or a deadline, and you are getting close to the deadline, or you're finding yourself not being able to meet the challenge. Think about something that you might say to yourself. Many times our response or our reaction might be, "Ugh, I don't know why I couldn't do that." Or something that might be unhelpful to actually elevating or empowering us. We might even say something like, "Ugh, that was stupid." Or, "Ugh, I'm not good enough." Or, "I can't believe I made that mistake." And so sometimes the energy behind words that are more can be more unhelpful for us even moving forward in clarity. So being mindful about the words that we use. If we were to be mindful in our communication, we might reframe our sentences. And so if we were in a challenging or about to meet a deadline, or we are in a situation that actually doesn't allow us um, to move forward, we might actually give ourselves more powerful language like, "I am doing the best that I can." Or maybe, "I'm really smart and I am trying." Or, "I am enough." And so giving yourself more powering energy behind the statements that you use. So tonight, what I'm going to invite in is the statement "I am." And we're going to first write down 3 things that you would like to embody and 3 things that you would like to feel within the next 7 days. So we're going to get really specific and intentional here. I want you to think of 3 things or 3 words, 3 feelings that you would like to feel or embody over the next 7 days. And so as you write that down, we're going to use those to then into what we call an "I am" guided visualization meditation. And so our bodies and our minds are connected. And when our minds have certain thoughts, it shows up in our bodies. And so our intention here is that we begin to bring in helpful thoughts, not avoiding or resisting anything unpleasant, but bringing in thoughts and feelings that we'd actually like to show up in our bodies as if we were guiding that feeling into ourselves. It's just like setting a goal. So as you find your 3 words, and it may even be a phrase, I'm going to invite you to bring them to the forefront of your mind. And we're going to choose one of those and then guide into a gentle meditation. So begin to choose the one. If you need some examples and it feels as if you cannot come up with a statement or a word, I'm going to invite you to some phrases like I am peaceful, I am kind to myself, I am grace, I am strong, I keep or I am love, or maybe I am loved, I am supported, I am whole, I am safe, I am the best me that I can be, I am open, I am important. So if any of those resonated, you might choose to find those. And then when you're ready, begin to find a comfortable seated position. And then take one hand and place it right on top of your heart. And you can close your eyes or find a gaze forward. And just begin to notice your breath. Notice your inhale and notice your exhale. And as you do this, we are going to begin to sync our breath with our words. So take a full breath in, allow your body to expand, and recite the word I. And then on your exhale, recite the word am. Inhale, I. Exhale, am. Inhale, I. Exhale, am. Inhale, I. Exhale, am. Continue this for the next few moments. Inhale, I. Exhale, am. If your mind gets distracted, come back to the words in the breath. Inhale, I. Exhale, am. Inhale, I. Exhale, am. Inhale, I. Exhale, am. So as you continue this practice, inhale, recite I, exhale, am. Each time that your mind wants to remove itself from this practice or gets distracted, bring your awareness back. Inhale, I. Exhale, am. If the shoulders begin to tense up, relax them. If the muscles in the face or the jaw begin to clench, relax them. Inhale, I. Exhale, am. So now we're going to begin to introduce that word or that statement that you have found. And this time when you're inhale, it's I am. And then exhale, whatever word or feeling that you have come up with. Inhale, I am. And exhale. So begin to sync your breath with this phrase. Every time that the mind begins to become distracted, bring your awareness back. The more we are able to gift ourselves with words, with feeling, and vision for how we would like to show up, we give ourselves this opportunity to find healthy ways to make these changes. Take deep breath in, I am, and release. So I'm going to invite you to find this practice for a few more moments, and then when you hear the sound of the bell, I'm going to invite you to release. But until then, inhale, I am, and exhale. So as you begin to bring your eyes back to the screen and into the space, I'm going to invite you into 3 questions. So you can have an option to answer them now or begin to answer them later. But based on those 3 statements that you wrote, I'm going to invite you to now ask the question, what do I need? So many times we write down, what do I want? And we can state, I want this, I want this. But based on how you are feeling from the beginning of this session, and based on the 3 words or feelings or phrases that you shared, I'm going to ask you the question, what do I need? And as you write down the response to that, I'm going to ask you to know, what do I need for my body? What do I need in my mind? What do I need to feel? And just take a few moments writing that down. If it's best just to write the question down, you have an option to do that. But take a few moments. What do I need? And this next question comes with, what do I need to hear? So based on how you are, based on what you need, what do you need to hear? If someone were to say something to you? What do I need to hear from others? What words do I long to hear? If I could, what words would I like spoken to me at this moment? Just take a few moments and think what those statements or phrases may be. Allowing yourself to listen to yourself with courage of taking care of yourself. It can be a short phrase. And then this last question asks, what do you want to know in truth? What do you want to know in truth? So, do you want to hear the words and know the phrase, I love you? Do you want to know for sure that you are supported? Do you want to hear, I'm here for you? What do you want to know for sure and in truth? So as you take a few moments to write that down, if you are engaging, those three questions were, what do I need? What do I need to hear? And what do I want to know for sure? Based on how you felt and feel at this moment. And so I invite you to take what you wrote down and take some time and speak those words out loud. Speak those words to yourself, giving yourself an opportunity to befriend and display kindness through words to yourself. So allowing yourself to be a friend rather than to be an enemy, allowing yourself to use helpful language, also known sometimes as positive language, rather than using unhelpful language. Giving ourselves an opportunity to show kindness to ourselves, especially in moments when we cannot always expect kindness, especially in words, to be given to us. So being mindful of how we speak to ourselves in efforts to allow ourselves to experience more joy and more care and more support and more love. All things that allow us to manage experience in our lives, whether it be stress or whether it be things that cause overwhelm, whether it be the different roles that we play in the list that we have. Taking a moment to notice how we speak to ourselves and then asking, what do we need? So, this exercise, both the meditation, the breathing in I and the breathing out am, is a practice that we do or that we encourage to do either at the beginning of your day, or maybe you do it during the middle of your day, or even the end of your day. Inserting it whenever we might find ourselves ruminating and having lots of thoughts or talking to ourselves in a way that's actually not kind. So just giving yourself about 5 minutes to recite and breathe. Inhale, I, exhale, am. That second exercise, we brought in and chose a word or a feeling and allowed ourselves to meditate on that. That's more so visualization. So thinking about where we are and then also thinking about where we would like to go. And bringing in the energy of that word. And then the third thing we did is that we actually took time to journal what we brought attention to. And so thinking about how easy it's sometimes to tell other people what we need, but then also being able to tell ourselves what we need, not just physically, but what do we need to hear? What do we need to feel? And what do we want to know? So, giving you encouragement to speak mindfully to yourself, support yourself through kind words, support yourself through taking a moment to mindfully journal. Thank you all for participating and being a part of tonight's Thoughtful Thursdays. If you have questions, feel free to place them in the chat, whether on Facebook and or in the Zoom. But otherwise, we are going to invite you to the next Thoughtful Thursdays. Like I mentioned, we are here every second and fourth Thursday, and you can register for the next session at fopcrva.eventbrite.com. It's also open to all, so feel free to share this with people that you know, and that taking this moment and this time to learn just different ways that you can do these, learn different ways to take care of yourself without any other tools other than yourself. So we invite you back on the second and fourth Thursdays. Once again, my name's Ashley Williams. I'm with Bare Soul Yoga and here on behalf of the series Thoughtful Thursdays with the Friends of Prevention Coalition of Richmond. But until then, thank you so much. Thank you, Tiffany, for being here. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Kelsey. Thank you, Aisha, Tanisha. So I'll call out everyone, but thank you all for being here. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I can be found at www.baresoulyoga.com. So take care and have a beautiful night. Be well and get some rest.